Hey guys, what's going on? Matt Diavella here, director of the documentary Minimalism. And today I want to talk about a personal story. So in Minimalism, we got a chance to interview and talk with all these people about their stories of minimalism, what got them to become a minimalist. And today I want to share with you my story. I was living in my parents' basement, having recently graduated with $97,000 in student loan debt, and out of all things, past midnight, I was watching Last Call with Carson Daly on my recently installed flat screen TV, I might add. Even though I couldn't afford an apartment, I could apparently still afford a new TV, a new car, and a fancy leather jacket. So Carson was interviewing a filmmaker named Tom Shadyac. He's the Hollywood director behind all my favorite childhood movies. Liar Liar, Bruce Almighty, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. You might have heard of these movies before. Tom was telling his story. He talked about how he had achieved all of this so-called success, produced some of the most popular comedies of all time, and was seemingly on the top. As an aspiring filmmaker myself, I looked at his story and thought, holy shit, that's everything that I want. But he said after moving into his new 10,000 square foot mansion in LA, he realized something was off. It felt empty. He wondered why he was following this path to begin with. So he started to look inward and he started to pare down. He got rid of the house. He moved into a tiny trailer park in Malibu and ended up getting rid of most of his things. I can't begin to tell you how profoundly this story affected me. It blew my mind. I didn't know that this was an option. Wait, so you're telling me I can intentionally get rid of my stuff? I just don't need to keep accumulating stuff over time? There's a word for people like Tom in our society. We call them crazy. Dave Chappelle decides he doesn't want a $300 million contract with Comedy Central, and what happens immediately following? Everybody said he was crazy. But I realized then that it's much easier to say yes to things, to accept things into our life like money, than it is to turn them away. I told everybody I knew about this story. Some thought it was interesting, most couldn't give a shit, but it didn't matter because this idea, minimalism, it resonated with me. My entire life, I had thought that there was only this one path to follow. You go to college, you graduate, you get an entry-level job, you work your way up that ladder, you earn more money, you buy nice things, and then I guess you just keep doing that and you just keep repeating it. I didn't really think the whole thing through. But here I was being presented with another path, and it felt right. I didn't have to wait until this imagined future to be happy. No, I could choose to be happy right here in the moment because truth be told, I had everything that I needed. I had enough. Within 24 hours, I started to get rid of most of my things and I became a minimalist. And now here's the biggest impact though that this whole thing had on my life. When I closed my eyes, when I imagined what success would look like to me in the future, it was no longer a big house, a nice car, fancy things, the white picket fence. I saw me doing work I loved. I was sharing time with family and friends. I was contributing and I was making an impact. It's crazy, but sometimes all it takes is an idea, whether it be on late night TV or otherwise, to impact your life and to completely change your future. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to this channel for new videos every week. Do you want to see behind the scenes content from this video as well as others that I make on the channel? Well then head over to my Instagram. It's @MattDiavella. And lastly, do you like podcasts? Mine is called The Ground Up Show. I interview reporters, comedians, rappers, and entrepreneurs about their journeys and how they got things started. Go to groundupshow.com for the podcast.